Welcome to The Making of America, a retrospective documentary look at the ToneDeaf Tunes creative process, or something like that. Typically, for ToneDeaf Tunes, I already have the songs memorized since they are some of my favorite Broadway songs. So the first step is kind of running it in the mirror and using my face and seeing how I like my performance. And then I usually just record. But with this project, I had to learn choreography, not just any choreography, but Jerome Robbins choreography. So I took to YouTube. Luckily, with the revamp of West Side Story coming out soon, there have been a lot of online video submission videos of just the dance break to watch. So I found this one. She's really good, and her moves are clear and concise. So this is the video I'm going to be following for the women's dance break. So we'll just go back and put this at half speed. I love that you can watch stuff at half speed on YouTube because then it's easier to learn how to dance it. Perfect. This will be nice and easy to follow. First, I learned the choreography at half speed. I gave myself a day to learn the women's part and a day to learn the men's part. And while I only spent probably about an hour on each of them, I kind of ran them through in my head and would just like randomly get up and do them to solidify it into my body before recording. So I did a day's practice on Anita's part and then recorded, then a day's practice on Bernardo's part and then recorded his part, then edited them all together on the day that I filmed Bernardo. In the past, I've done the recording of everything all in one day. For Hamilton, I did both sides in one day, Wicked, both sides in one day. But with the choreography for this one, just to give my brain time, I wanted to make sure that I recorded them on 2 separate days. And I know that might change the lighting a little bit, and it might change other elements as well, like my cats and their mood. But I think overall, it'll be better for the production. Good morning. Today's the day. We're gonna film America today. I'm super excited. Pardon the messy hair. It's gonna be nice and curled in just a little bit. I'm gonna stretch, warm up, get changed, stretch again, run through everything, and then we're gonna film for real, for real. Hopefully it won't take more than a few takes, but we'll see what happens. Yay! Okay, so I have hair, makeup, costume all done for Anita. Not shoes yet, still got my slides on. But the skirt is not as full as I thought it was when I bought it. Womp womp. So hopefully it still works because I don't have a backup, so I'll just have to make it work. When I film, I try to do as few takes as possible, partially because my phone is always full on storage, but mostly to try to get it as close to that theatrical quality as possible. If I make a small mistake, I'll just leave it because that adds to the performance. But if it's really, really bad, then I'll do a second take. I also have to be very aware of editing and what's going to be easiest for me to edit. So when there's 2 characters singing to each other, there might be a little bit more stop and go, just so that way I save myself a headache later. We just finished the first take. I'm totally and completely out of breath. We're gonna do a second take because the lighting was a little funky. So I have the lights on now, and it should be enough. I'm just gonna catch my breath really quick. This movement is so fun, but it's so much jumping. Just wrapped up the second and final take. Woo! Time to cool down. All right, so yesterday I wrapped filming on the Anita side for America. It's all done. All I have to do is learn the Bernardo dancing parts and then record it. I have a costume set. We'll see how it looks when I put it on. I might have to make some changes. Yeah, but let's learn this movement. It should be fun. Okay, so I'm looking for a video of the men's dance break for West Side Story. But I forgot the 2009 revival is all women. There's the girl I used for the Anita part. So I can't find any close-ups of just the men's dance break. So I guess I'll have to watch the movie scene in slow-mo. And the reason I didn't want to do that for the women is because their skirts get in the way, but practice skirts don't. For the men, it shouldn't be as much of a problem, but those weird cinematic movie angles might. just be an obstacle. We'll see. I'll play it through. We'll see what I can do. Once the movement is learned, the recording is all done, then it's just editing, which is the most challenging part for me because I'm not an editor. I don't have a whole bunch of experience with video editing, and I'm just using random apps that I was able to find. But it is still a pretty fun process to see it all come together. And at the end of the day, I am pretty proud of myself for the little bit of movie making I was able to do. All right, here we go, day 2 of filming. We're filming the Bernardo side of America today. This is my attempt at looking like a man. I'm wearing a collared shirt, some slacks. I'll put on some shoes in a second. Yeah, so just gonna do a second warm up, run the thing, and then film. We're shooting for 1 take, but maybe we'll do 2. We'll see. Okay, I just ran through Bernardo like 4 times in a row. I'm a little sweaty because I kept forgetting the words. I kept forgetting which word sequences came after which without Anita's voice there marking me. So I think I got it now. Ready to call in the camera crew. Fonzie, I'm ready whenever you are. Camera's coming. What has been like your perspective of Victoria's like rehearsal process and how she puts things together? Like how has it looked from your angle?
I can tell that she definitely puts in a lot of effort to have the best performance that she can put on, vocally, dance-wise, as well as choreographically, costume-wise, and stuff. Yeah.
And
come here. Do you want to be in the shot too?
what is it like filming with cats? How is that for you as a cameraman?
I think it's very funny to watch you perform and then all of a sudden just see a cat in the back just walking around.
Do you ever try to stop them?
No. Just let them do what they want.
As a kid, summer was always my favorite time of year because it meant no school and yes, musical theater camp, where I went 5 days a week to train 8 hours a day to learn how to act, sing, and dance on stage. And then we got to be in a show at the end of it. So it was the best part of my life. And I remember when my mom sat me down and showed me West Side Story because that summer I was going to be in the kids' production of West Side Story. And I got to be a shark girl. And I got to dance in the ensemble and be in America. And I had so much fun doing it. I remember thinking that Rita Moreno's performance was the most amazing thing I had ever seen. And feeling really encouraged to see a brown performer doing this amazing thing. And then later finding out in life that she's an EGOT winner and has done like tons of incredible things. I was so in awe of her that my dad actually took me to the county fair to see her perform live. And she signed my West Side Story script, which was super cool. And in 2008, I was introduced to In the Heights, became totally obsessed with Karen Olivo as a performer, and in 2009 she played Anita in the revival of West Side Story, which was also the first time it was ever bilingual, which is a huge step for Latino performers as well, having our own native tongue represented on stage in a story about us, about people like us. So West Side Story has had that special place in my heart. Leonard Bernstein wrote some of the best music that's ever been on Broadway for this show. As a dancer, Jerome Robbins' name is just, it carries so much weight. And this choreography for this show is so iconic. Yeah, I was really, really excited to be able to do this project and live out all my West Side Story fantasies for you to enjoy. So I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed this little peek behind the curtain and seeing what happens behind the scenes, still in my kitchen, but behind the scenes no less. And I hope you'll join me for my next video as well. So until then, see you later. Have a great day.